On the southern shoulder of Mount Adams is legendary Bird Creek Meadows and Hellroaring Gap, overlooking the massive Mazama Glacier and the Ridge of Wonders. It's a fairly easy hike from a trailhead starting less than 2 miles shy of Bench Lake. Several loop trips are possible as we explore the section of Bird Creek Meadows above the Round the Mountain Trail. We are not young. We are not in a hurry. We like to study the landscape features and the small details, the flora, the fauna, the long arc of geological history.
We believe, like Aristotle, that in all things of nature there is something of the marvelous. We're Elizabeth and Terry. We're two on a trail. Well, good morning. We are up here in the Upper Bird Meadows Trail, hoping to get to Hellroaring Gap. It's a beautiful morning. It's a little cold. I think it's about 5,700 feet up there. It's quiet. There's only one car. Looks like we're going to have a really good day. What do you think, Terry?
Journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step.
So let's make it a good one.
Let's go.
Okay.
We are in Tract D of the Yakama lands, open to the public in the summer season. We are grateful for the Yakama Nation's permission to share this sacred space with us.
How far I get before getting sidetracked by flowers.
Well, that's why we're here. That whole 1,000-mile thing was a joke.
I know.
The fireweed is beautiful.
These are little baby noble firs.
Is this the viewpoint? Hellroaring Canyon?
No, this isn't it yet.
Oh.
No, I thought I saw.
So is that Bench Lake over there?
Probably, yeah. I don't know, that looks like a bear to me.
A bear? In the meadow? A little cloudy up on the mountain.
According to a couple we just passed, we are almost to Hellroaring Gap. So we came up the steep trail, so we're going to be happy to get there. Well, here we are at Hellroaring Gap. It's a little over a mile from where our car is, but it was a hard mile. How does it feel being at 6,500 feet, Terry?
Feels like lunch.
Okay.
And something to drink.
Sounds good. You look pretty good for being at 6,500 feet.
Well, it's downhill from here.
Yes, thank God. I always like to do the hard job before lunch.
Hell-roaring is the adjective sheep herders gave to this deeply gouged part of the mountain downstream from Mazama Glacier. The meadow, the stream, the gap. Where today bears are enjoying the meadow below us undisturbed, once bands of sheep as large as 10,000 animals grazed. In fact, sheep grazing had a profound impact on the ecology of Mount Adams. Beginning in 1886, and for almost a century, huge flocks of sheep were driven here to graze the meadows.
The flocks became so numerous and unchecked that they destroyed much of the meadow habitat, starving out marmots and mountain goats, raising clouds of dust whenever they moved. In the early 20th century, the Forest Service began to regulate their numbers. Fire suppression allowed trees to encroach on the meadows, and the reduced demand for mutton and lamb after World War II were factors which led, finally, to the end of sheep grazing on Mount Adams in the 1970s. Pink monkey flow and yellow arnicas and lupin and paintbrush. Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Traveling down from Hellroaring Gap, which is pretty nice. Hitting our first high wildflower meadow.
It's a mistake to think of a burned forest as lifeless. Even severely burned sections are quickly covered with new growth, as these corn lilies demonstrate. Fire and flowers are intertwined. Fire comes for a moment, and in the aftermath, the forest evolves.
We are on the Trail of Flowers.
It's late August now, and already the flower season is passing from peak bloom into seed production and then dormancy. It reminds us that change is constant and beauty is ephemeral. We hold this place and this time in our memory, and every step we take is sweet.